everybody. So today we're going to be doing a measuring activity. In order to do the measuring activity, first we're going to make something called a scale. A scale helps us measure how heavy something is. And then we can even use the rice that we made the other day to play with it. So let's see what we need to make it. So first I have this hanger. I don't think it really matters what hanger you use, but I like this one because it has these little hooks right here. And I think these hooks are very helpful. And then you also need 2 cups. I'm using 2 paper cups. Paper plates might work, or bowls, but I'm using these cups. And 2 pipe cleaners or some string. That's exactly the same length. I'm using pipe cleaners because that's what I have. And then if you have a hole puncher would be very helpful, but I don't, so I'm going to use these scissors with a sharp point. You could also use a knife, but make sure you're very careful and you ask your mom and dad for help with this because you could hurt yourself. So I'm going to take the scissors and I'm going to go in the side of my cup and poke a hole. I want it to be nice and big so the pipe cleaner can go through it just like that. And I'm going to go exactly across from where the hole is. I want to be exactly across, or as exact as I can be, and poke a second hole. Careful of your fingers. Okay, so now I have 2 holes in my cups, and I'm going to take my pipe cleaners. I'm going to put it through the hole on one side, give it a twist. You could also use string for this part and tie knots. Put it through on the other side and give it a twist. Gotta stick it through the hole, pull it through, give it a twist. So now I have like a little basket like this. This is what you want it to look like. So I'm going to do that with my other cup, and then we'll come back and put together our scale. Okay, so now I have my 2 handy dandy little baskets that I made with the cups and the pipe cleaners. Now I'm going to take my hanger and take this little hook, and I'm going to put 1 on each side of my hooks. And that's all I had to do to make my scale. Now I'm going to go use it. Hi everyone. So now I'm sitting on the floor in front of a door because I need to use my scale on a doorknob. See, I hung it up so it can slide from side to side. So whichever side it's going on is going to be the side that is heavier. So if it's like this, then this side will be heavier. I have my blue rice that I made the other day. If you want to look at how to make the blue rice, look at the video link in the description under the video. But I'm going to start with my blue rice. So I have this tablespoon and I'm going to scoop some rice. I'm going to put 1 in one side. You see now it's starting to hang towards this side. If I put another one, ready? Try not to make a mess. I'm making it heavier and heavier and heavier. Now which side is heavier? This side or this side? This side, because it's going this way. So now if I start to put some rice in this side, I should be able to even it out. So here, I'm going to take some of my rice. It's in my spoon, my blue and white Yom HaAtzmaut, Israel's birthday rice. I'm going to have to do some sweeping after this again. Come on, Morah Rachel, stop making a mess. Oh, see, it's starting to get even again. Put a little bit more. Put a little bit more. See if I can balance it so that there's the same amount in both sides. See, it's getting a little more even. Try not to spill. They're almost even. What do you think? Is that about right? They're about the same? So that's how I know which side is heavier. If I put more on this side, now it's going to start tilting again. Tilt. So see how I can measure it? And I can see which side is heavier. So now we're going to do some tests together. So here's my experiment sheet. On one side, I have the word hypothesis. Hypothesis is like a guess. So you're going to make a guess to which one you think is heavier. In this one, it's rice or water, an apple and orange, a crayon or a marker, or a fork or a spoon. And you have to make a guess. And then the other one says solution, and that's when you know the answer. A solution is the answer. So then you circle, you do your test with the scale, and you find out which one is heavier. So we're going to do the first one together, and then you can do the rest of them at home, okay? So the first experiment on my sheet, my first measurement is rice or water. So I'm going to put the same amount of rice using my spoon as water in the cups, and we're going to see which side is heavier. So I'm going to first make my hypothesis or my guess. Which one do you think will be heavier, the rice or the water? Take a minute and think about it. Let's see, the rice or the water? I can feel my cup of water here. That's pretty heavy. Feel some rice. That doesn't feel so heavy. I think that the water is going to be heavier. What do you think? Yeah, I'm going to circle the water. So I'm guessing that the water will be heavier. So I took my pen and I circled the water under my hypothesis or my guess. Now I'm going to do my test. So I'm going to take a scoop of rice and put it in one side of my scale. You can see now this side's heavier. I'm going to do 2 scoops of rice just to make it so that there's a good amount, so it's a little more clear. So now it's tilting this way because I put rice and there's nothing in that. Now I have my cup of water, so I'm going to take a scoop of water. I'm going to try not to spill. I'm going to put 1 scoop of water in and put 2 scoops of water in. Let's wait for it to stop rocking. Which one do you think is heavier? Here, I'll move it so you can see better. I put 2 scoops of rice in this one and 2 scoops of water in this one. They're about the same, I think. I mean, it's not an exact measurement. Let's see if I can make it heavier, but first let's see. I put 2 scoops in this one and 2 scoops in that one. They're the same. So instead of circling one, I can circle and say they're the same. So I just circle both of them. I say they're the same. See? So my rice and water were about the same weight. That means my hypothesis was not right, but that's okay. So next you can test an apple and an orange. Should I go test it so we have one more example? I'll go get it ready. Okay, so now I have my apple and my orange. Let's see. First, I have to do my hypothesis or my guess. So let's see, which one do I think is heavier? I'm going to feel them in my hands. They're pretty close. I think the orange is a little bit heavier. What do you think? All right, so I'm going to guess the orange. They might be close. They might be the same. I don't know. But I guessed the orange, so that's the one that I circled. Now I'm going to put the orange in one cup. Oh my goodness, that's so much heavier with nothing in that cup. You see how it tilts all the way that way? I'm going to put the apple in my other cup. Let's see. Let's check here. Which one looks like it's heavier? Here, I put it all the way close so you can see. Which one looks like it's heavier? I think the orange is heavier. You can see it's tilted slightly this way. It's hard to tell. But you can see it here. If I were to take like a ruler here, see how if I do a straight arm, I'm hitting the orange but not the apple? So the orange is heavier. My answer is the orange. My solution is the orange. So I guessed the orange and I tested it and the orange is heavier. I was right. So now at home, I want you to test a marker or a crayon or a spoon and a fork. And you can test other things. You can also play with your rice to test and see how you can make one side heavier than the other. It's really fun to play with. So show me pictures of all your different experiments and tests and let me know what you find out is heavier. Bye, N7. I miss you.